Okay, so our question was, as investors in VUCA, and as we've already established, it's a long-term investment. Is there assurance? What we were asking is, right now, VUCA is mainly involved in student accommodation. So I'm thinking, in the future, let's say 5 years, 10 years from now, will you create another SPV that will now take up maybe young professionals, and then now that will yield higher, right? But us will have put our money in student accommodation, which may not be yielding as much, or will VUCA have like a mixed bag of different investment options?
From everything I know about real estate, 27 years and whatever I know about investment, I don't think in Kenya you can deliver income generating real estate assets that are more than that 10 to 12 overall return without going. In our development REIT, we do even 30%, but the risks there are crazy. You can also lose to zero. We cannot put individual investors, only institutional investors. Even in the yields, when we come to young professionals, they will be around the same. And they'll be in the same basket. It's not like they'll be in another basket. They'll still be within the VUCA basket. So they are not, we won't have in VUCA. And I can tell you, and I tell the team they know, I say, guys, please sell things properly. Don't missell to people. There are places you can go and get 30% returns, but the risks is that you can even lose your capital. You know, one of the things, maybe it's a good way to close today. The one thing you must look at in investments is trying to preserve your capital. Try to be careful to preserve the capital. Forget the return. Let's now put the return kando kabisa. If you own, and that's where, like now REITs, asset-backed investments are very critical in anybody's portfolio because it preserves your capital. Equities are very good. You've heard me talk about them, and I think people should take them up. The challenge with equities is that you can lose your capital, and that's why you have to diversify. Because in equities, if you own shares in Uchumi, how much are they worth today? Someone knows. And Kenya Airways, before it is revived, what are they? Yeah. KQ, they're not out. At the River Cement, yeah. So in equities, you can get your capital to zero. In asset-backed securities like REITs, you preserve the building is there and it's fully insured. Even if it burnt down, it's going to get paid for. So capital preservation in asset-backed securities is very high, but it doesn't give you. But on the other side, equities can even give you a 30% return, but they can wipe your capital. Money market challenge is those interest rates drop, your coupon is your coupon. So the inflation can erode your return. Even those who are making 12, 13 today, inflation is 5 to 6. It's eating 5 to 6. But at least you're now well above that. But we also know 3 years ago, those same money markets were at 9. Are we together? So the main reason to be in an asset-backed security is capital preservation. It's one of the biggest things. That 20 bob will never be 18 or 5 or 0. The 20 or 21 or whatever, it doesn't come this way. Yeah.